What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our Tales of the Rays video, kinda. It's kinda Rays and Asteria related, but it's mostly Rays related. So, the Tales of Asteria game is celebrating its 7th anniversary. It's been celebrating it for like a month now, but they finally did the live stream for it, in which they revealed a bunch of stuff for the game. So if you do play Asteria, I guess I'll just quickly go over. There was a retweet campaign where if by today we hit 3,000 retweets, all players are going to be given 77 orbs. I don't actually know what they're really supposed to be called. I guess just call them rainbow orbs. I'm not really actually sure what the currency name is. So yeah, all players will get 77 of those orbs, which is actually pretty good because, that's, two, like if you're starting from step 1 on a banner, it starts at, 35 and then goes to, if it's a new banner, it starts at 35, then 40. So that does give you, the first 2 steps done for a banner. So they did that. They had the voice actors, Japanese voice actors, obviously, for Lloyd, Ludger, and Velvet. So that was pretty cool, as well as the voice actors for this original character in Asteria. They did a competition where all the voice actors built teams, and they took on this new event that we are going to be getting in the game, I presume, where it's kind of like it's like a punching bag event. Like if you play other gacha games that have punching bag events, it's similar to that, where you just build the strongest team you can, so don't worry about healers or anything like that, and you basically get 3 turns to hit as hard as you can, and then you'll get rewards based on that. But they did give out another 7th anniversary ticket, which gives you an entire multi worth of 5 stars. Now, unfortunately, all the 5 stars are not able to be awakened into 6 stars. Some of them are before 6 stars were even a thing, so you do have to keep that in mind. So, yeah. And then they went over the next banner that's going to be coming out, which is going to be like Pajama Time, Stan, Guy, and Genus. So that was pretty cool there. And then very briefly, they talked about the collab. This is why it's mostly a Rays video. I just wanted to kind of speculate on some stuff. So they very briefly talked about when the Rays collab with Asteria would happen. I mean, they didn't say anything, still said this summer, but they gave us kind of insight on how it's going to kind of look. So I don't think there's anyone who plays Asteria but doesn't play Rays. Like, if you're already playing especially here in the West, if you're already playing a Japanese mobile game, you may as well play the better of the two. I'm not going to crap on Asteria because it's still fun for me to play. But obviously, Rays has a lot more put into it than Asteria does. But they did mention that the collab is mostly going to be on the Rays side. They told us not to expect too much on the Asteria side, which tells me it's probably just going to be a banner. We'll probably get a banner with Ix and Melina. If they want to do a 4-character banner, they can do Ix, Melina, Karya, Kokus. But I'm just expecting, because the Asteria events don't really have any story to them. It's pretty much you get one skit when you first log in for the event. And then after that, some events, not every event even has those. But then besides that, you just have a farming stage and you farm it. There's not really too much story. The story with Asteria is really just in the actual story mode that gets updated once every like 2 months or whatever, sometimes longer. But yeah, so the collab is pretty much mainly going to be on the Rays side. So we still don't know what that's going to give us. They didn't give us any kind of hints on what we should expect, but at least we know now that on the Asteria side, there's really not going to be too much to it. Like I said, there's probably going to be a banner, maybe 2 banners during the collab, and that's going to be it. But on the Rays side, obviously, you kind of got to think, like, there's no characters for them to really add. Now, this character, I do expect to be a room character, so I think during the collab event, you'll be able to get her, and you can set her as, like, your room character. You know how we have Claire, Hestia, Karya, all those room characters. So I think she will be put in there. But as for what we would actually see, there's not going to be new characters, so what I'm really just expecting, and I don't think it's going to be treated as a usual collab. Like, it's not going to be like, Black Clover collab, Danmachi, I don't think it's going to be modeled like that. I think it's going to be treated as like a normal raise event, so I'm not expecting like a free multi. I'm at least expecting a step up, which of course I'm going to do. But I do think it's going to be handled a little differently because it's more like a Tales of Link thing than it is, an actual collab. Because they're both Tales titles. Now, I guess the final thing to kind of speak about here, what can we expect the collab Mirage Arts to be? And there's a few options. There's definitely a few options. There actually is a character that's probably going to be the boss. If they do a raid, there's this lion from the first arc of Asteria. There's like this giant lion that's like the final boss of the first arc. He could definitely be the raid boss if they decide to go that route. I don't think it'd be playable because he's just literally a giant lion. Like literally giant, like he'll take up the entire screen. So definitely not him. The second arc, we did get the introduction of Dark Earhart. So Earhart basically got Mythos messed with some stuff, and Earhart basically got taken over, and she became Dark Earhart. So I think that could be a Mirage Art we could get. Earhart does not have a collab Mirage Art yet, so they could definitely throw that on her. Another option is from the fourth arc. We obviously have the White Lions, which is the, Yuri, Lloyd, and Milla get their memories wiped, basically, and they basically get used by Lazarus and Van to kind of, attack the heroes. So, well, I don't know if Van was... It was more Lazarus than Van. But Van was there as an antagonist. So I definitely think that we could get those because Yuri, Lloyd, and Milla do not have collab Mirage Arts either. Which, like I said, this isn't a traditional collab, so I don't think it'll really count. Even if they did already have them. But regular Milla does not have one. Regular Yuri and regular Lloyd do not have one. So I think that's definitely another possibility. If they want to go with more recent stuff, they could definitely... they could do Lord of Calamity Saray, which I guess is a spoiler, but, I mean, if you play Asteria, you already know. So, they do have Lord of Calamity Saray. There's like a alternate... This current arc has Ludger going between dimensions, and he met with Epilogue Mikleo, Mikleo when he's all, like, older with the long hair and everything. And apparently, in his reality... Saray succumbed to the malevolence and did become the Lord of Calamity. So Saray could get that. The only stipulation with that is Saray just got a collab Mirage Art with the Black Clover collab. So that seems less likely, even though, like I said, it's not treated as a normal collab because it's just Tales. It would be treated more like a seasonal than a collab Mirage Art. But I do think it's still something to kind of throw in the hat there. But besides that, I really don't know what else they can really do. I mean, those are really the top ones I can kind of think of off the top of my head. There's not really, I'm scrolling down, but I really don't expect... Oh, here we go, while I'm talking about it. So, last arc, we did also kind of have like a controlled Edna and Asbel, so they could definitely do these. The only stipulation here, once again, if we're counting this as an actual collab, is that Edna has a collab Mirage Art with the Gintama collab, but Asbel would work fine. Emerald hasn't been added yet, so, I mean, she's not an Asteria original character. She's obviously a villain from Graces, so nothing to really worry about right there. I'm just scrolling down to see if there's anything else we can kind of, like... I guess... So they did this. Recently, where they just basically gave Tails characters other Tails characters outfits, like obviously you can see here. Very funny. They could definitely do something like this. I guess this is more like this is a Fantasia thing. This isn't a Asteria thing, so I wouldn't expect stuff like that. But besides that, I think that's pretty much everything I can... This was the 7-year anniversary. This was the second 7-year anniversary banner. Leon, Lloyd, Tyr, and Velvet got new variants. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The only other thing, Ruka has an original Asteria outfit from the last arc. So if they wanted to do Ruka, that would be another option they could do. But besides that, that's really everything I can think of. But yeah, here's Dark Earheart, like I was mentioning before. And I think that's pretty much... Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Out of all the things I mentioned, what would you like to see the collab bring over? I think the White Lions are the most likely scenario. I think there's... Because they did a second set of the White Lions. Not like super recently, but let me see if I can find them, right? Just so for those who don't play Asteria, they can see what the White Lions actually look like. I'm pretty sure it was within the last, like, 6 months we got those second variant. It's like Milla has, like, which their names actually aren't even, like, you know, Lloyd, Yuri, and Milla. Because obviously when they have their memories wiped, they get new names. So Lloyd is Fang, Yuri is Claw, and Milla is Roar. When they are those variants. I feel like it can't have been this. So this is back in February. Oh, this was for that other collab. They collabed with Crystal something. Where? Because I don't remember if it was before the new arc started or not. No, that was... Okay, that was something else. It's gotta be down here somewhere. But yeah, so like I was saying, you know, while I find these, let me know what you guys think. What was this one? This one was Lazarus. Here they are. So these are their outfits. Normally they have their, I mean, Lloyd has his mouth covered, but usually Yuri has his mouth covered with that as well. But I guess this is when they're happier now that everything's kind of been dealt with and they're back to normal. It's just them actually wearing these costumes. But, yeah, so I think this is the most likely thing to see. I think we could see these three, and then possibly throw Dark Earheart on the banner. And there you go. You got 4 Mirage Arts, and that's a pretty good banner, which you wouldn't have to add any new 5 stars, because, ironically enough, ever since 5 stars have been implemented, these 3, as well as Earheart, have gotten Spirit Gears, which did give them all their 5 stars. They might come up with a collab 5-star, you know, just for these specific costumes. But besides that, it would actually be a really solid banner. I pretty much, once this rebirth event is done, which I guess to kind of say how it's been going for me, I didn't make a video on it because I've just been kind of like a multi here, you know, farm up a new one, do another multi. I pulled Celeb's Mirage Art twice, and that's pretty much all I've gotten so far. I've gotten some 5 stars, but for Mirage Arts, that's pretty much it. But once this banner is done, I'm going to keep summoning till it's done. For this rebirth event, but once it is done, I am saving solely until I don't care what comes out, doesn't matter, until this collab starts, which it could be any time. You know, it's about to be June. We're like halfway through May. It's going to be June. So anytime between June and August, this collab could start. It could literally be the first event next month, which obviously would not bode well for me. But I do want to be ready because, you know, this is something that, you know, I've actually wanted for a while. I love these costumes so much for these characters. So ideally, I would like to get all 3 of them. As well as Dark Earheart. Her costume looks really cool too. But that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.